What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. It's Charlie Does HVAC. Guys, I just want to talk about a little bit today about some of the struggles that I have dealt with in my first year of HVAC and how I overcame them. So if this video could help you out, don't forget to hit the subscribe button right here and subscribe to the channel. Let's go. So a little backstory. I got into the trade when I was 17 years old. I was a senior in high school, and me and my father went to the local community college in my city. And we went to the front desk and we just asked about, what do they offer? Because I didn't know what I wanted to do with my life. So I went to the trade school desk or whatever, and the lady told us about HVAC, about their new HVAC course that they were doing. And I didn't know anything about HVAC. I said this on a podcast before, but I didn't know anything about HVAC. I didn't know it existed. I didn't know what it was. I never would have gotten into it if it wasn't for that woman. So fast forward, we get into the class. Class was 6 months. And to be honest, I didn't learn much. I learned about the obvious things, like you can't bleed refrigerant into the air. I learned how to braise there, little stuff like that, but it wasn't the real deal. So fast forward 6 months, at the end of the course, I took my EPA certification test and my NATE test and got my EPA 608 universal certification. I got my OSHA certification and, some other little things or whatever. But I didn't realize how hard it was to get a job. So luckily I had a guy who was doing work for my grandparents who are contractors and build homes. So my grandparents linked me up with their AC guy, and that's how I jumped in. I got in because I knew somebody, and generally that's how that works. If you know someone, you're more inclined to get a job. So I started working for this guy, and it was a pretty big company in my area. I learned a lot. I did. They threw me out to the fire. I learned a lot very quickly. And then I started noticing some inconsistencies with the company. I realized I was very underpaid. I was only making $12.50 an hour. And for any of you who does any kind of hard labor work, working 60, 70 hours a week with no overtime pay, that is not any money, right? So I was making $500 a week, assuming I was working 40 hours. But I wasn't ever getting 40 hours. I was working closer to 50, 60, 70 consistently, making $500 a week. So what I did was I bet on myself, and I told them if I install and start a unit on a rooftop by myself, you guys have to give me a raise. And luckily, for my case, they did. They honored it. So I went and installed the unit. It was a condensing unit on top of a crust pizza in Baton Rouge, Louisiana. So I installed it. Perfect. They gave me my raise. So instead of $500 a week, I was making $600 a week. All within, I don't know, 3 or 4 months maybe. And one thing about me is if I set my mind to something, I'm going to do it, and I'm going to be the best at it, or I'm going to try to be the best at it. So I kept working my tail off, man. I did. And after I got around 6 months in, I started to get more comfortable with the install side. I was doing a lot of rough ends and a lot of change outs, so I got that down pat pretty good. Then they started moving me over to the technical side, to service tech, and I was going into houses, diagnosing things, and I'm not gonna lie to you, I was very, very, very caught off guard about how complex things could be when you're first starting out. Things could seem a little intimidating, and so how I powered through that was I found I had a really good mentor at the time. I did. Great guy. I respect the mess out of him, but he was there for me every step of the way, and I learned a lot. And fast forward 2 months, I don't want to say I was getting comfortable, but like I said, it threw me to the fire, and I learned a lot within them 2 months, very fast. So I was getting more confident in myself, and I'm a very confident person naturally. So once I figured out I was getting it, it was easy. It was very easy for me. So once I started getting more comfortable, we had a crew that was going out of town, all over the country, installing, doing commercial installs for discount tires around the country. We're talking West Texas, Mississippi, Florida, Nebraska, Oklahoma, all these places. And I'm from Southwest Louisiana, so that's a pretty far drive for us. So I volunteered myself to go do it for no extra pay, still making my $650 a week. But I showed them that I can do it. I always bet on myself. You always want to bet on yourself. Because I promise you, if you don't, no one will. Remember that. But anyway, I did that. A lot of sleepless nights, a lot of late driving nights. And mind you, I'm also married, newly married. So not making much money. Me and my wife, at odds. Me and my newly married wife at odds because I was always working. It didn't work out right. So that was about a year in. And so basically all that, I was getting mistreated. I felt I was getting mistreated. I was very underpaid. I wasn't being invested into. I wasn't being poured into. I was being used, for better terms. I was being used, and I didn't like that. So I had quit, laid low for a little while, and did a lot of side jobs with my mentor and learned a lot under there. And so after I did that, I went back to the company that I started out with, a whole different guy. Doing things by myself. I was great. This time I am a year and a half, almost 2 years in. And afterwards, my mentor had left that company and started his own company. And so I left too. I jumped ship with him, and so did everyone else in the company. We all left and started a new company. And over there, it was great, man. It was awesome. The first couple months was great pay. I was making a lot more money. I was making $25 an hour, working 40-hour weeks. It was legit. My last company everything was under the table. No taxes were taken out. No none of that. So I had never filed taxes before. I couldn't buy a vehicle. It was in a very messed up situation. So this new job gave me an out, gave me an opportunity to work for an actually established company. It was very new. Did a lot of dirt jobs, did a lot of terrible jobs for people. But in order to build a business and to build a name for yourself, that's what we had to do. So we did that. I learned a lot then, became a service tech. Then we started moving more to the commercial side, where that was my bread and butter because I was going all over the place doing it. So we did that. I want to say about 2 years into my journey, my HVAC journey, I got really good in the commercial stuff, knocking together, doing metal, and I was running commercial jobs with 2 years of experience. I know that's really unheard of, but I was good at it, man. I was good at reading the blueprints and talking to general contractors. I was put into rooms that no 19-year-old kid should be in at all, have no business into. But by the grace of God and His favor He put on my life, I was in that situation, and I am forever grateful for that. It taught me a lot. It taught me a lot. But fast forward, I was at that company for a year. And then, I noticed things started to change, and it started to have a lot of similarities to my past job. And I didn't like that. So me and my mentor, we got into it, and we they let me go because they felt I wasn't worth anything anymore. And so it hurt. It hurt for a while. It did, but I realized that was a blessing in disguise. So after they let me go, I had got a job at another local air conditioning company. Now this one was a mom and pop company. They were very mediocre. They were okay with not doing a lot of money a year. They were okay with just being okay, and that's not me. I am a perfectionist. I want to be the best at whatever I do. I want to be the best ever at anything. I don't like that. So, but at first it was cool. I had got my first van. Before then I was always working in trucks, but I had got my first van, and that was the greatest feeling in the world. It was an old beat up 2012 Chevy Express, but to me it was like a 2025 Lamborghini. It was amazing to me. I loved the organization, so I was in my van every night cleaning and making sure it was good for the next day. I loved that job. I did at first. And then the office lady and me weren't getting along, and at that time I was starting my social media journey, my content creating journey, and they didn't really like that because I was getting too big. And so people like that, they were intimidated by my potential. That's what it was. They were intimidated by my potential, and they let go of me after, I don't know, 3 or 4 months. I was doing great for the company. Didn't make any mistakes. My first week there, I made I think I sold 7 systems in my first week. So I made them a lot of money and everything. I did great. Everything was good. They let me go because of that. They didn't like my social media content stuff. So they were intimidated by me, essentially. So right after I got let go from that job, now we're about 3 years in, almost 3 years in, and I went to the AHR Expo. I seen an ad online on Facebook and that it was free registration. So I was like, man, let's go to that, you know? So we went to AHR. I met a lot of great people, man. A lot of great content creators, a lot of great brands, and I did a lot, and that did a lot for me, you know, in my content creating journey. When I got to Vegas, I had 270 followers on Instagram. And when I left, I had 700 and something in just 3 days. So that propelled me to a whole different, that boosted my confidence to a whole different level. After hanging out with all these big name content creators and actually making connections with these people and these brands, that did a lot for me on the inside, and it meant a lot. So I got back from HR and came back to a brand new job. Now, this job that I'm at now, and I'm still there, and I love it. I love it. This is the best job I've ever had. It's actually the biggest company in my city of Lake Charles, Louisiana. It's the biggest company, probably one of the biggest in the state, actually. And it's great, man. They treat me well there. I'm doing great. I just got in a brand new 2026 Ford Transit, the high roof one, and I'm just so thankful to God for that opportunity, because that company, I'm a service tech there, and I am the first black service tech there, I've heard. And I'm the youngest guy in the whole company. I'm 20 years old, and everyone there is my father's age or close to it. I'm surrounded by people who want to see me succeed, people who aren't intimidated by my potential, and people who are there who want to see me win and support everything that I'm about. So working at this job has taught me a lot, man. It has, and it's going to teach me a lot more. I'm just so excited, and I'm so grateful for the things that I went through in this journey. And not everything's going to be perfect. Not everything's going to be cookies and cream, milk and honey and all that. But I will say that if it wasn't for those prior experiences that I had, I wouldn't be the service tech that I am, the creator I am, the man I am, the husband, the son, the brother, the cousin, the anyone that I am. So I am truly grateful for those trials and tribulations that I was able to get through, because if it had not been for those, and I don't know what kind of, worker I'd be, or husband, or person, brother, cousin, son, anybody. So I'm truly grateful for that. So guys, my goal in this field is to one day own my own business. That is my journey. That is my goal in this journey. So I appreciate you guys for watching. Please subscribe to the channel. Please, please, please subscribe to the channel. Thank you for watching, guys. Peace out.